standing still. So that's a warning to the videotaper back there. I'm going to get my PowerPoint out really fast. Maybe. Technology, you know. Yeah, how funny is that? This is an authentic 1862 computer. Isn't it true that as soon as you buy them, they're out of date, right? So, quickly, I didn't know Joe was going to read such a sad thing, and so here I am in the morning, quite fitting by accident. But I am wearing mourning. Key when you're looking at photographs of women from the period, if they have all black on, or what you think might be all black, that's your first key. However, black was a fashion color. You know how ladies like their little black dress? This is my little black dress too. The key is perhaps she has a veil with a bonnet on. Another key is if she has a black collar on, right here. Can you see that? So black collars are a key. Most dresses have white collars because you didn't take your dress off at night and wash it before you wore it the next time. And so collars and cuffs are easy to take off and wash. So you have multiple collars, and you would change your collars out, but maybe not your dress. They didn't have a right guard either. Tie his back. My bonnet would go flying off, but I'll tie it back on. So anyway, that's my. And a woman would wear mourning for a year and a day if she could afford to do so. That was the etiquette, was a year and a day. And then after that year and a day, you could start adding colors to your black in the form of gray and lavender. And a younger woman would want to add those colors quickly and advance to a prettier dress as fast as possible because her goal was to get another guy. And plain drab black isn't necessarily the most flattering for every woman. So if you have pretty dresses, you're more likely to snag the next guy. Older ladies were, it was your prerogative, but a lot of older women, once they put the weeds on in the morning, they didn't take it off. A good example is Queen Victoria. Prince Albert died in 1861. She never put on colors again. So that's just, it was up to the individual, what you could do, maybe how deep your pockets were, because crepe, silk, the different fabrics that you need to make your black outfits out of were expensive. I have letters from women in North Carolina who make their mourning early in the war, and they then give their colorful clothes away to other people in their family who can't dress themselves. So there's lots of reasons why people wear the things they wear. So quickly, I'll get off my dress topics and tell you that I work for the Department of Cultural Resources, as we said yesterday, and I'm one of the members of our Civil War Sesquicentennial Committee. Come on. Oh, there you go. So our Sesquicentennial Committee came up with a really cool logo based on the starburst button that our soldiers wore, and we have three major themes that we're working on to discuss the Civil War over the period of the war: memory, freedom, and sacrifice. Last year in 1861, 2011, we had a symposium in Raleigh on memory of the Civil War. What do we remember about the war? Why do we remember the war? Why was there a narrative that's different in the North than there is in the South? Those kinds of things. What does memory of the war mean for African Americans as opposed to Southerners, as opposed to Northerners? So that was a really interesting set of lectures. We're going to be doing another set of lectures in Winston-Salem next year to discuss about freedom. Why next year, freedom?
Emancipation.
All right, 1863, Emancipation Proclamation. So we'll be discussing freedom and the ramifications of freedom for African Americans in 1863. And then the Sacrifice Symposium will be in 1865, 2015, and there we'll talk about the sacrifices of war, the death that we saw, the hardships of the people on the home front, which is what I really like to talk about. And so there's lots of things going on, and one of the ways you can find out what we're doing, I'll learn to go the right way, is go to our Civil War 150th page, nccivilwar150.com. That's the website for the sesquicentennial. Say that several times quickly. Sesquicentennial, sesquicentennial, sesquicentennial. So, but that's the sesquicentennial page for the Civil War 150. So nccivilwar150.com. Lots of information on there. So everybody got that? I promised I might go quickly. So, why did that throw civil over there? Oh well. This is what we normally think about when we think Civil War. Guys in uniform fighting, which is, you know, war. But I always have to tell everybody, like Abigail Adams told her husband, remember the ladies, remember the ladies, remember the ladies. So I sit in these Civil War sesquicentennial meetings with all these committee guys, and they're all guys. There's only like 2 of us girls in there. I'm like, what about the women? You gotta keep talking about the women. So I did this. Remember I told you about my blog yesterday? This is my blog. If you want to find me, this is the Twitter page here, and this is the blog here. Civilian wartime, if you don't have the chance to write this down or you can't read your writing once you get home, just Google civilian wartime, all one word, you'll find it. So, I think that's my last slide. It is. Okay, so that was me real quickly, and talking about my dress. Again, we'll have the fashion show tomorrow at the Lighthouse. I think it's at 1. So, thank you.